It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Bears' field-stretching tight end on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Bears and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
I got you, baby. It's game time. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perez. And they get him down to number 4, takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They completed football this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 8 more yards this time for back-to-back first down pickups. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And they go play action with Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quentin Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Christian McCaffrey, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. McCaffrey running up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, the Bears at 15-1 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Pass to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll set up to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Out to the air on 1st and 10.
He's going to look deep for Perriman.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Deebo Samuel
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Let's go get it now. Every day, let's do what we do every day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-down scores just like this one.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Now throwing on first down here.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
It's Howell with another throw.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Howell. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jamison Williams, 100 yards receiving on the nose and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities. Check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick from the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go, sack.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
It returns it right back to Samuel.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Holding offense. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37.
First down, how to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
He sets to fire deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On third down.
It's Gibbs, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing here, Howell. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Over the middle, complete. It's Perez. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Howell. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Howell looking to throw again. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he cannot get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Gibbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And Howell will throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out, and the Bears will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 40. And oh, he coughed it up. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second down throw for Howell.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On third down, it's Gibbs, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Fourth down, Howell.
He's going to let it fly.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive
as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. It's another pass to Kerman, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Powell with one final shot. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone signs to this one, didn't they? Shut down everything in the airways, and conversely, their own offense had its way through the air. They made sure their passing game was humming.
So for Chicago, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set.